Hello everybody, how are we all? Paul79 here, I hope you're safe and well. It's Saturday night, I'm feeling alright, things are going well. So today I spent not too much of the day, but you know, a good couple of hours sticking the cats back on the car, the headers. And what I'm doing now is shooting the intro for the next part, which is installing the rear silencers. So what I thought I'd do, a bit like the cats stroke headers video, I'm going to do one on how you actually put the back box for a Boxster or a Cayman 987 back on the car. It's quite it's quite straightforward if you know sort of the order to do things, and obviously the biggest thing to remember is you can't just install one side at a time. You have to bolt the whole thing together first and then put it on. Obviously it'd be a lot easier if you had a second pair of hands to do this, because the whole thing is quite heavy. You have to get the car up off the ground, not too high, axle stands will be fine. But yeah, so what I'm going to show you now is, so I've sort of done this video over a number of sort of days, weeks, because I've been waiting for all the parts to come for the rear part of the exhaust. So they're finally all here. So tomorrow morning, it's flipping boiling here in the UK at the moment, so God knows what I'll be like at the end of it. Apparently it's meant to be like 28, 29 tomorrow. So, but anyway, I'm on a roll. I've done 3 videos this weekend, so that's good, because it means I'm actually working on the car and not making Legos. So but yeah, anyway, so the next few scenes, next few minutes coming up, will show you exactly how to install the Porsche Cayman 987 rear silencer, and I hope it helps someone, and I hope you like it. So see you in a bit. Take care, bye bye.
Right, so I'm hopefully going to be in a position to put the exhaust back on the car in there very soon, once I get my bolts taken out of my engine block. So this is the modified silencer by Gert. You can see it's been cut open and re-welded back up here. So before I put it back on, because I like things all to look new, I'm going to spray this all with black high temperature paint, so it all looks nice. Alright, so there we go, it's all blacked out. Did the cats as well, all the other bits. It's not super dark black, but looks better than it does. Oh, there's the doggy. Luna! Hello, you alright? Donald, you're going to be on the telly! Oh, big nose. Bye. Right, so here are all the pieces that make up the rear section of the exhaust. So you've got your 2 silencers, you have a pipe in the middle that is clamped between these 2 pipes here. You have another clamping sleeve that joins these 2 bits at the top together, and then the way the exhaust hangs, you'll see there is a hanging bracket. So this bit bolts to the hanging bracket that's currently on the car. That fits in there. Oh, I've got to lift it up. And then that is secured with these straps. So I've had to buy new straps, new thing here. Thought I'd get 2 new clamps there. And obviously then this goes behind the suspension leg. Yeah, so you feed it in, and this then clamps to the other end of the cats. Now, the way to put these on, you can't do one side at a time, right? Because there is just not enough room to get these clamps on, etc, etc. So what you have to do is you have to construct it in one big piece and then lift it onto the car, put it onto the car in one big section. Obviously you don't do everything up really tight, but there is no way you can fit one side and then the other. It has to be done together. All right, so I've jacked the car up quite high just so I can sort of talk you through all the areas we have here. Let's stick my light on. There we go. So where my finger is pointing to, that's the cat, right? this is the exhaust bracket that hangs. It's the hanger, yeah, sort of like a big coat hanger really. And then you know those things with the straps that the silencer straps to, or you strap the silencer on, you have these brackets here, so you can see, you see the curve, that's where basically the exhaust is strapped to, or marries up to. And yeah, you basically put these brackets on the actual silencer on the bench, and then you lower it, you raise it up and bolt it through. Now they can only go one way, so that is the one for the driver's side. You see you have this flange as well, that's for strength. But what I'm thinking is you probably want to get your bolts heads in place before you put it on the car, right? I'm going to put a washer there as well, because you have the other part of the exhaust here and it runs around in this area here and then pokes out, because you're not going to be able to get your bolt in otherwise, or a nut on the other end. You got plenty of space the other side for the nut, but yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. So now I'm just going to bolt the whole thing together. So what I'm talking about just then is you've got this that goes here, and it probably needs to go quite close to the this part of the exhaust here. So if you've got your bolts in already, then you're going to be good, because you can get a head of a flat spanner on that from the other side when you do it up, and you can tell where it's sort of meant to go, because if you look here, I've got these sort of markings here, which is where this serrated metal of the strap has gone over the years. On this side as well, you can see, so the strap goes quite close to that weld joint, to be fair. Okay, so it's all bolted together now, reasonably tight there. Got your brackets with your straps on there. The bottom one does actually fall out, so you only need to keep the top ones in. And yeah, so now the idea is got it ready to put underneath the car. I might lower the car down a little bit more, and what I'll probably do is lie on my back and sort of put it on my chest and then guide it in, lift it over that way. So there we go, that's what we're going to do, and we're going to have to lift it up over the drive shaft and sort of then push it up and clip it into there, or bolt it into there. Here goes. Okay, so it is in place. If we look from underneath, so we can see it's in there. So when I was doing it, what I found is you hook it over like the drive shafts, and obviously if you've got someone else to help you, it's always a lot easier. But I had the car lower when I was doing it, and I was using like my knees to sort of take the weight on a lot of it. But once you sort of get it in position, try and hook in one of the bolts for the carrier, right? But also what's quite handy is if you can get someone to, as you lift it up, just put in a long bolt where the exhaust header and the actual rear part meet, just to give it some stability. So I did that on either side, and that took a lot of the weight, and then I could manipulate and maneuver around the whole back box to where I needed it to be. And once I sort of got these brackets in and I've bolted them up, you can see the two bolts there, I've actually taken the strap off, because it's now sitting on the bottom of the curved bit. You see that curved bit bracket there? Oh, hello Lottie. Because now, because it's sort of in place both sides, you might need to shift the whole thing forward for it to meet the headers, yeah? So the next bit I'm going to do is actually put the gaskets in. So the next thing I've got to do is put the gaskets in, right? So if you look at the gaskets, they're a slightly funny shape, yeah? You've got two thin bits at the sides and then a fatter bit at the bottom. So 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock are thinner than 6 o'clock, yeah? And basically, if you look at the header here, and you've got the O2 sensor there, the fat bit goes at the bottom, all right? And that should marry up with the exhaust silencer part as well. The holes all, depending on what way, it doesn't matter which way you do it, yeah? The holes will always line up, but looking at other pictures on the internet, it would seem that the bottom is the fat bit at the bottom. The fat bit has to go at the bottom, all right? So the other question is do we use sealant as well? I can't find an answer. I've asked my Porsche guys and I seem to remember he does use it on these ones but not the manifold ones. So I'm just gonna give it a dab of exhaust paste on both the black surfaces before I fit it, and yeah, and then I'm just going to bolt it up. Obviously these had studs in before that I've had to heat up, smash out. That was a pain. Well, I got the guys at the garage to smash them out, but I'm just going to put back bolts instead, yeah, because it'd be a lot easier to do. Anyway, so I'm going to do that now. See you later, bye. Right, wheels are back on, and I dug my tailpipe out because I had to do that for the big money shot at the end. So there you go. I'm knackered now. So there you go. That job has been jobbed. Right, yeah, a bit tired now. It's still so hot. It's like 28 degrees here in the UK. But it's all gone back. I'm really pleased with it. So we've got new cats on there, or modified cats, sports cats, and the Gert Carnival rear silencer on there as well. So yeah, it wasn't too bad really in the end. I'd probably say, probably took about 3 hours, but that's on my own and filming as well, stopping, starting, had to have a rest and all that. And I cut my finger. So you know the gaskets, I was sort of wiping away the excess sealant that I put in and I sliced the edge of my finger. Oh! And I felt a bit faint, so I had to have a bit of a sit down after that. But yeah, it's the middle one as well. So I put a plaster on and taped it up to fit, because I still had to do the other side. But yeah, so that's all good now. So I hope this video's been useful to some people there. Obviously, if you got someone to help you, that's always a bonus, and obviously you can get the car up easily with a ramp. But you know, it's perfectly doable with axle stands and on your own, if you got a bit of patience and don't rush it. So anyway, I think the next stuff I'm going to do on this car is something, I don't know yet, but something where I don't have to lie down on a rough concrete floor, I think, because I need to give my knees and back a rest. Anyway, I'm off to have a shower, going to go in the pool and have a barbecue. So I will see you on the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.